Houston's where my claim ain't a goddamn thing changed. Houston's where my claim ain't a goddamn thing changed.
Services today for George Floyd, the man who died after he was pinned down for 8 minutes and 46 seconds under the knee of a police officer in Minneapolis. The worldwide movement sparked by his death shows no signs of abating, a point that was emphasized during today's eulogy.
It was a rousing send-off for George Floyd. Mourners packed Fountain of Praise Church in his hometown of Houston to say goodbye in the private service for invited guests only. The ceremony was filled with poignant moments. As his golden coffin was wheeled in, police saluted. His grieving family and friends viewed his body for the last time. Floyd's 6-year-old daughter Gianna arrived with her mom behind her. She got a loving kiss during the service. Actor Jamie Foxx stood up as he was acknowledged from the pulpit. He sat next to Channing Tatum. Fox's mask had Floyd's name written on it.
This is Houston's 3rd Ward. About 60 years ago, that was the Houston Negro Hospital. And there's Emancipation Park, originally purchased by former slaves. But wait, we almost missed something. There's Baylor College of Medicine Academy at James D. Ryan Middle School, what used to be Yates Colored High School.
I'm the great-great-granddaughter of Jack Yates. He was instrumental in purchasing Emancipation Park, where the free slaves celebrated Juneteenth. He was free. However, his wife and children weren't. So he came to Texas and entered back into slavery so that he could be with his family.
They were brought here to continue to be slaves.
Once freedom came again, he knew what that tasted like. He knew what that felt like. So he took his family and moved to Houston to start a brand new life.
Jack Yates actually began helping and teaching and helping them to learn, because at that time, slaves weren't supposed to read or write.
Long before the end of segregation, the original Yates Colored High opened in 1926. It was only the second school ever established for African Americans in the city. The school's namesake was a former slave named Reverend Jack Yates. He helped develop the 3rd Ward as a center for African American life and prosperity. Through the decades, Houston evolved.
It is that determination that he and others poured into the foundations when they built this church. So when you talk about World War I, our soldiers went off to fight. When they came home, Antioch was able to train and cross-train ex-veterans in masonry work, in carpentry work, and really help these ex-soldiers to find jobs and to provide homes for their families, education for their children. It was these very women from this very church who taught other women how to vote.
So many great people have been here and have been inspiring and galvanizing the community.
Oh, Big Floyd, man, he said, man, I'm back at it, man. Workout game, getting back on up, man, I went through some things, man, had to bounce back, man. I'm just sharing right now, you know what I'm saying? Because, man, people quick to count you out, man, but just so strict on counting you in, One thing about old Floyd, man, I love the world. I ain't putting on ex anybody that know me, then they know me. Because, people be acting like they be scared to embrace God, worrying about what the next man gonna say and all that. Man, you better get down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to show out and all that. This here just to motivate somebody who wanna work out. It might need it, or whatever you're going through, man. Man, don't let Instagram fool you, man, and get you depressed looking at what other people doing and all that, man. I love you, man. Big Floyd, kill your own family.
George Floyd's situation. When they asked me in an interview what George meant to Screw Click, I always tell them, George's story is not about Screw Click, y'all.
Right.
And George's story is just being
about being George.
Floyd was Screw Click, whatever, but he just go through, make his tapes or whatever, but he didn't want to be no rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Then you live next door to him?
Yeah, born and raised next door to him. I lived with him for 3 years.
No shit.
When my mom went to jail, I went to stay with Floyd. That was my big brother. Did the time with him. We was in the same cell. Everything.
No shit.
Yeah, Floyd, one of the only people I consider my OG. Him, Smitty, and Mary Tyrone. Because he actually showed me how to think my first time out. This is why I slept in the block with every night, slept in the car with every night.
No shit.
Yeah, I talk to all the time. You know what I'm saying? You go on Floyd page, he only got 69 posters on the page. Like 30 of them was about me.
There were hundreds of people out here earlier. One of the speakers says that he believes that George Floyd was divinely picked, and this movement will change the world.
And how could God pick a young poor dude out the CUNY home, 3rd Ward, Texas, and he changed the world?
We have good police, but we have bad police. You can't sort them out, so we got to figure it out right now. We're coming together around the world. Everybody's tired and fed up. We're getting treated like we 1/3 of a human being. And you know what? If we're here, we keep this unity going. When these cameras gone, we're going to have to stand together and keep marching without these cameras around.
Every voice
As the sun set on the hundreds in the crowd, flames were passed from neighbor to neighbor, leaving a sea of candles in the air. George Floyd's neck was pinned by the knee of a Minneapolis police officer for exactly 8 minutes and 46 seconds. At exactly 8:46 p.m., the crowd went silent in prayer.
Big Floyd from Houston's influential Screwed Up clique.
I'm a real G, staying high till I die. D-I-E, this F-O-L-O-R-D. Watch me raise up in my drop top C.
Big Floyd grew up in Houston, and in the 90s he appeared on several mixtapes by the legendary DJ Screw, originator of the chopped and screwed sound. Floyd also released an album as a member of Presidential Players in 2000. It wasn't until 2014 that he moved to Minneapolis in search of new job opportunities. Screwed Up clique affiliate and one half of the legendary Houston duo UGK, Bun B reflects on Floyd's legacy cut short.
It would be impossible for him to be a rapper in Houston, to be an extended member of the Screwed Up clique family, and for us to not have been in proximity, right? Very close proximity. So I'm almost certain that I was in the same room with this kid at some point. Just the thought of it, you know, makes me realize that it could have been me, could have been any one of us.
As rappers from YG to Lil Baby joined protesters across the country, Bun B and fellow H-Town rapper Trey the Truth marched to Houston City Hall with Floyd's family. Floyd was a friend of Trey's and often helped with his community events in Houston.
One is personal this time, you know, this is my homie, but I'm tired. I'm tired because what if I got a son who's 19, what if that was him?
Trey the Truth's music was banned from radio after a shooting at a community event he organized in 2009. Floyd supported him.
He is a man, that done put in natural work, man, across the city, across America. Like, hey, man, this man is a statement in the game right now without the radio. It's about coming together, man, because God is good.
Floyd will be buried next to his mother following a private funeral service in Texas. Yesterday, mourners came out to pay respect to the 46-year-old.
Thousands poured into this Houston church to say a final farewell to George Floyd. Outside, his family remembered him as only they could.
Eating bananas, mayonnaise sandwiches. No, seriously, just having fun in a house full of love.
Other families who lost loved ones at the hands of police were there in support.
Michael Brown, Eric Garner, Aubrey, it just hurt. Breonna Taylor, everybody. Thank y'all.
Half the family, we just like to say to America and to the world, thank you. Thank you for being present with us in the moment. Thank you for caring, and thank you for showing your support. This battle, this fight is not over. And today we just want to show the world that George Floyd is not just a name, not just a meme, and not just something to be chanted. George Floyd was a real person. He was a good person, and he had people that loved him.
For former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin was set at more than $1 million yesterday. He's charged with second-degree murder in Floyd's death. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
I am George Floyd's aunt. I'm also just give me a minute. I just want to thank everybody, and I would like to thank the whole world
what he has done for my family today, especially George. But I just want to make this statement. The world knows George Floyd. I know Perry Jr. He was a pesky little rascal, but we all loved him. And I just want to thank all the mothers that are here today. And if you've got a nephew, an uncle, just hug them and just let them know we are for all these young black men that are coming up in this world today, and just hug them and love them, because we don't ever know when the time will come. I just want to thank each and every one of you. I have gained such a huge family all over the world. I have so many sisters and brothers now. I have aunts and uncles, and I just want to thank you all. There's too many names to remember, but God knows in his heart that I love this Floyd family. I love my sister, and I can't talk about George Perry Jr. unless I bring up his mother's name. Everybody, everyone knows her as Miss Sissy in 3rd Ward, Cuny Home, Texas. And I just want to say I love you. I love all the support, and my family know I do.
Yes, I love you.
And we all are one. Thank you.
I just want to say that I'm gonna miss my brother a whole lot, and I just want to say to him I love you, and I thank God for giving me my own personal Superman. God bless you all.
First off, I want to say hello. My name is Brooke Williams, George Floyd's niece, and I can breathe. Long as I'm breathing, justice will be served for Perry. First off, I want to thank all of you for coming out to support George Perry Floyd. My uncle was a father, brother, uncle, and a cousin to many. Spiritually grounded, an activist. He always moved people with his words. Their officer showed no remorse while watching my uncle's soul leave his body. He begged and pleaded many times just for you to get up, but you just pushed harder. Why must this system be corrupt and broken? Laws were already put in place for the African American system to fail. And these laws need to be changed. No more hate crimes, please. Someone said make America great again, but when has America ever been great? Those 4 officers were literally on him for 9 minutes, and none of them showed they have a heart or soul. This is not just murder, but a hate crime. I share happy memories with my uncle. Now that's all I have, are memories. I still can't pull myself together to how he is calling out my grandma a name. I believe my grandmother was right there with open arms saying, come home, baby, you shouldn't feel this pain. No one should feel this pain. My most favorite memory with my uncle was when he paid me to scratch his head after long days of work. We arrived at home. We even created a song about it called Scratch My Head, Scratch My Head, yeah. But after that, I knew he was a comedian. He always told me, baby girl, you're going to go so far with that beautiful smile and brains of yours. Another favorite memory is when me and my grandmother was so worried. I mean, she was crying All I remember is me saying, "Granny, it's okay, we'll find a way." But I wasn't entirely sure about how we were going to get to my uncle's PJ's wedding. We had no way to contact anyone, but here comes my uncle, busting through the door like Superman. I was young, by the way, probably 10 or 11. My grandmother was also handicapped, and he had this big truck we had to ride in. I was wondering, how was my grandmother going to get in that truck? But he just placed it in the truck like it was light work. I never questioned anyone's strength. But it was unbelievable how my uncle and grandmother broke their backs to always see their children smile and made a way when it seemed impossible. Quote, Tupac, I'm sorry, y'all. Changes. You see, the old way wasn't working, so it's on us to do what we gotta do to survive. America, it is time for a change. Even if it shall begin with more protests, no justice, no peace. My brother and basically my other mom tells me this all the time, but God sits high, but he looks low. Thank you, Houston. It's always love in the hometown.
How often you go back to his gram and just look at shit?
Man, every other day I just go look at it, like, I just like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying, this is my boy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm just showing, like, some things he'll post, like, I'm just showing, like, things he'll post, and this is why he my way in Minnesota, you know what I'm saying? Like, he posted this here, and he say, "Hey, America, I hope God put it on y'all hearts to go vote for my brother Cal Wayne for the People's Champ Award. This award is given every year to go DJ awards. If you heard his music, then you already know no one can tell you the truth about music, the good, the bad, and the ugly like he does. So please, if you can't go, you know what I'm saying, this like, you take a time out of the day and go really post it, like, you know what I'm saying, post me all day long.
Shit crazy,
Like,
man.
all his posts was down there with me on
Do
there.
you think, this question gonna be fucked up, but I really want to know, do you think the impact of his death on the world was worth his life?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. See, like I say, at the end of the day, man, I'm mature enough to understand the big
really
pictures.
it changed the world.
I understand big pictures. I see it. I tell people all the time. They say, "How do you view it?" I say, he's kind of like a Jesus now. He dies so we can live. Because they were saying like, "Oh, he not no martyr and all that voodoo." I said, "Man, he dies so we can live." Get what? Man took him from the third war, from the projects. It's not really even projects. Most people say he was a clone. All kinds of shit. Like,
they saying this man name in Africa,
man,
Russia. They ain't never been to America.
Listen, man, all 50
let alone
all 50 states. 18 different countries. Maybe people come from London or Casablanca.
A real
or
civil
Egypt,
revolution.
To the current home. So I say, so his death wasn't in vain. I say, I know, so by me knowing him, I say, this is when I was all the time. By me knowing him, if he didn't been able to speak on what was going on, he'd be like, "Man, cuz, all this for me? Like, hold on, boys. Like, man, say, man, like, you know that boy
tripping
shook
on that
the world."
shit.
Yeah, this, bro. Listen, I'm just joining
That shit hit different, bro. When it's
this man Floyd,
you know what I'm
This man
saying?
Floyd
Real
2001.
talk.
I was young. This is 19 years ago. You know what I'm saying, we together. Now take a trip. You know, it just who he, like I said, who he was.
I don't know what to say after my niece, but she told the whole story. But I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about my brother a lot because I couldn't believe it at first, but I see it now. All I think about is when he was yelling for mama. And I know how mama is. She's just right there. She got her hands wide open. Come here, baby. Every mama felt that. But when he yelled, "Please, please, I can't breathe," I stopped wearing ties. I didn't want to wear a tie no more because I wanted to be able to breathe. I went to memorials, no tie. I could have had one on, but right now, I want justice for my brother, my big brother. That's Big Floyd. Everybody know who Big Floyd is now. 3rd Ward, CUNY Homes, that's where we was born at, but we're gonna be remembered. Everybody gonna remember him around the world.
Good afternoon. My name is Cyril White, and I am the director of To God Be the Glory Sports. Before I came the director of To God Be the Glory Sports, I met Big Floyd. I spent so many of my college summers playing basketball with him. He had a good friend named Mike Riggs who went to Worthing, and I would go pick up Mike Riggs and we would go get Big Floyd, and we'd be at Nettleton Park and McGregor Park and Sunnyside Park or wherever we can go find a good game. Well, then fast forward to 1998, I started a college exhibition tour team touring around the country, going to play different colleges and exhibition games. And Big Floyd, that was my first power forward. I would be calling around trying to get contracts with the different schools, and the coaches would ask me, who's your big man? I would say, George Floyd. They say, oh, you got Big Floyd. Okay, well, your team must be pretty good. And so then we would go off and play. And not only did George play on the team, but he recruited a lot of other guys from Third Ward and the CUNY homes to come and join me. And a lot of those guys got college scholarships, and some of those guys even played professionally overseas. So it's been well established how much George Floyd was an avid sports fan and always about sports. And I was sharing with Lil Wu earlier this week that I've already secured a commitment for 3 acres of land here in Houston to do a George Floyd Memorial Sports Center. I just kept thinking about what could I do, and I had a lot of support from around the world from my different sponsors. And yes, I had one guy step up and said, hey, Cyril, I can definitely provide the real estate, and we just work on the vertical improvement. So that's where we are with that. One thing that we did, I'm going to get out here fast, at To God Be the Glory Sports, we read the Proverbs. That's what was our spiritual exercise to try to grow in practical wisdom as young men. We would read a chapter of Proverbs. Everybody would read 2 verses out loud, and then they pass the Bible to the next guy, right? So Sylvester Turner, our honorable mayor, said that today is George Floyd Day. So I'm going to read Proverbs chapter 6, the 6th and verse 9 through 11. And this is Big Floyd speaking. It says, how long will you lie there, you sluggard? When will you get up from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man. Well, I can definitely see how Big Floyd has woken us up out of our sleep, correct? I mean, we're all up from our sleep. We are not slumbering anymore. This poverty and this scarcity talked about in the scripture, that is how we treat each other, humanity. We are poor in humanity. We are poor in empathy. But I can feel that everyone is going to rise against injustice, and be sure that all human beings are treated the same so that George Floyd's memory will not be in vain. To the family, thank you for allowing me to speak and share this memory about Big Floyd, and to God be the glory to you all. Thank you very much.
One thing about Big Floyd, he'll tell me right in the little bro, be strong. Just be thankful for day to day, and just celebrate his life and happiness.
His life mattered. All our lives matter. Black lives matter. His death would not be in vain. What's his name?
This is for him. We love him. If you love George Floyd and you know how George Floyd was with you, you know you're gonna always be George Floyd. I am George Floyd. You are George Floyd. That could have been anyone else in here, but God. God said, well done, Floyd. So as I sit here and tell you all right now, George Floyd is in the bosom of God. He's in the bosom of God. He's all right, y'all. So I'm here to tell y'all, stay positive, America. It's a debt that you have to repay. But God said, not this debt. You're gonna have to repay it.
When you saw that shit, like, what did that not only do to you, but do to other people in the trade that knew that boy?
And the Q, specifically.
Man, the Q, it broke everybody down, because like I say, none of it fabricated, like when people like, oh, somebody died, you know, everybody's so saying, oh, he was a good guy and all that. Nah, he really was.
Yeah.
Every post, Floyd holding the camera, while I'm right there writing the rap in the background. He told my man, little bro, working his ass off. I'm saying, like Floyd with me every single day. Every time you see me record in the studio on my IG page, you see Floyd in the background, dancing in the background. I didn't even realize till he was gone. I'm like, damn, this Floyd. Damn, every video.
We're at 38th in Chicago, right where George Floyd lost his life. The police chief showed up here. Chief, you came here to do what? We watched you walk up to this memorial. What did you come here to do today?
I came to pay my respects to Mr. Floyd, and I came to just offer prayer for his loved ones, his family, and our community that's hurting. I grew up about a block from here, and this has been so impactful for me, for this department, but for our city. But I also wanted to be in a space where people who love Mr. Floyd, I wanted to be in a space where people are talking about how do we heal and how do we move from this. And so it's going to take time, and I think that everyone here is trying to everyone here is trying to do the best that they can to offer what their feelings, and those are all valid. But I just needed to be here in this space today, and offer my respects.
What happened with Officer Derek Chauvin? First off, he had 18 complaints filed against him. 16 of those complaints were declined. They did not do anything to him. 2 of those complaints he did get censured. Should he have been on the force in the first place?
Well, we need to absolutely look at the record of those types of complaints that officers or employees get throughout. There's all types of other things that come into play in terms of whether it's grievances and arbitrations and those things. But at the end of the day, our community members need to know that the men and women that put this badge on, that they are doing so in service to them, and they should not have to doubt. They should not have to doubt the integrity and if they're going to be treated in a compassionate and professional way. And so those are things that as we move forward, we need to get better in terms of this profession. Absolutely.
Can I ask you why you decided? I have not seen this happen this quickly before. In past cases, I have covered many protests around the world, including what happened in 2014 in the Michael Brown case in Ferguson, Missouri. Why did you decide that firing the officers would happen as quickly as it did? Many departments do not fire officers that fast.
There are absolute truths in life. We need air to breathe. The killing of Mr. Floyd was an absolute truth that it was wrong. And so it did not I did not need days or weeks or months or processes or bureaucracies to tell me that what occurred out here last Monday, it was wrong.
Like, man, Floyd really liked it. Like, this dude was
I heard a
big
lot
time.
of good stories about Big Floyd.
Listen, my first time I ever met Big Hawk when I was young, I'm around with Floyd, the Frenchman. Like him, Floyd was 6'7". I used to always say, damn, Floyd, friendly. And when him and Big Hawk see each other, like, hey, baby, how you doing? Hey, you know,
Big Hawk for you.
Yeah, you can help us living. Even in prison, like I say, Floyd never get no trouble. Like we talk every night. Floyd did time for somebody else. We know how he be in the hood.
Yeah.
His partner the same size as him. He did it. Floyd couldn't tell, whatever. Like, this dude was really, like, genuine. Like, when he said we claustrophobic, like, he tell me that in jail. Like I'm saying, tell me all the time, when they shackled us up to take us on the chain, he cried the whole ride, man, Wayne, I'm too big. I can't lift up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can lift your head up, Wayne, you a little nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm 6'7", baby, you know what I'm saying? And like he whined, man, the bed too small, the bunk too little, my feet hang out the bunk. You know what I'm saying? Every night, I tried to put him in a closed space, confined space one time to freak with this lady in jail with him. He wouldn't even get in the pussy in jail because he didn't want to be in the living room.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And like when he was telling the officers, I'm not that kind of guy. He really was telling the truth. He really not.
So when people try to, you knowing him so personally, with people, you know what I'm saying, and try to slander his name.
Oh, I be going out. They be having to tell me stop responding. I go on the page and say saying he was a junkie and all that. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, go look at the page, man. Floyd 6'7", 265, solid.
Yeah.
Something like that, nothing light about it. Floyd could have got the all off of him.
Yeah.
I know Juju.
If he would have flexed, yeah.
Man, listen, man, I know Juju. Like, Floyd, that we call him Juju, a period. Man, Juju could got the people out here, man.
Yeah.
I'm about to show you Floyd or Instagram right now. You gonna see Floyd 265 doing pull-ups. Floyd, here it is. Yeah. Hop about the bed, turn my swag on.
Yeah.
It's my all muscle. I'm saying, like, Floyd so big when we in prison, like say the officers walk to the door and tell him, I'm a professional list, brother. He be like, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, they fantasize about this bitch. Man, nigga was the truth.
No shit.
Yeah.
We playing like say, but he really, bro, like if I read like my DMs from Florida or whatever, you that phone? You that phone on what's kind of like I read you said phone? Like when you read my DMs from Florida and all that, he like he'll post and say, man, I pray that y'all go vote for my little brother Cal Wayne. This might be what he needs to go to next with the and all that stuff. Like anytime they voting for Amadeus and stuff like that, like Floyd took that serious to make sure he you know what I'm saying? Every post he was just it was like Wayne. Like say, I DMs, you know what I'm saying, be intimate. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is my guy. Like this is really taught me.
Man, when I heard about Big Floyd passing or with them killing him, I don't even feel right just saying passing.
He was murdered, my nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Murdered, yeah.
Like
murdered.
it's like, and then I start seeing the homies posting the pictures. Because the one thing that hit it, he from the H.
Yeah.
But then when your partner start posting pictures with the man, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
man.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit hit me a whole lot different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you ever knew Wayne, if you knew Wayne, you knew Floyd.
Visiting the site where he took his last breath.
This is the first time seeing the spot where he lost his life in Minneapolis, Minnesota. A live look there with the family attorney and George Floyd's son. This is in Minneapolis, again, the intersection where he lost his life more than a week ago.
And we heard from Terrence Floyd a couple of days ago there at the scene calling for peace among the protests that have been taking place not just in Minneapolis, but in cities across the country, including here in Houston, where we had a march for George Floyd in honor of George Floyd yesterday from Discovery Green all the way to Houston City Hall, where members of Floyd's family spoke, along with our elected leaders, calling for peace, calling for calm, and calling for change, calling for an end to police brutality.
Quiet, please. I'm Attorney Ben Crump, the lead attorney for the family of George Floyd, and recently arriving in Minneapolis is his son, Quincy Mason. Like a fish out of water, gasping for air. The independent autopsy performed by the family concluded that George Floyd was starving for air. He needed a breath. And the ambulance that came here to pick him up from this very spot was the hearse for George Floyd. And so we are demanding justice based on the autopsy findings, but more importantly, what the entire world has seen now with their eyes that they cannot unsee. The autopsy, the medical reasons cause of death was mechanical asphyxiation based on the knee to his neck and the two knees to his back that was compressing his lungs, not allowing them to circulate air and blood to his brain. He died because he was starving for air. He needed a breath.
Going down, Screw Zoo, you know what I'm saying? The cello, Angelique, you know what I'm saying? ESG, anybody I forgot you, I know it's real. AD, what's the deal, you know what I'm saying? Just going down like this here. Hey. Guess what though? Screw Zoo, $1 million hands on the mix, you know what I'm saying? Here you go one more time. Y'all feel this here, huh? Throwing up the tray, one deep and I'm holding. I'm throwing up the tray, one deep and I'm smoking. I'm throwing up the tray and you know that they choking because they sucking on the dick. That's what they give when they roasting. Hating been going on, ain't nobody in the food. It was going on at Yates when I wrecked the high school. But Johnson kicked me off the team, said I was straight thug. But he still couldn't stop me, coach still showed me love. I guess that's how this shit goes. I guess that's how the ball bounces. No more standing in the kitchen, cooking up no ounces. Yes, I said in the kitchen, I'm a right expedition. All the way to in Philly, Allen Iverson in my mixes. Our son got the braids, Big Floyd need a brush. Cause I got a ball fade, by the keep it smug. While the men H-time, holla at my sugar mama, cause she straight putting it down. Got a pink candy Honda, got the bitch selling clothes. TV's in my new load. Right down Scott, be prepared, candy drip down the road. Yes, I sit down the road, and my BB is cold. Nigga want some information, but the game is not told. I can sell it to him, but he used to smoke them. How'd I know he used to hang with this dope named Tim? Tim stole my old stash, found them shot up in grass. In this game you can't play, or your bitches won't last. So you gotta stay strong, ain't no time to be folding. So once I want to trade, one deep and I'm holding. Partner used to drop the drop on the goddamn Billy. Now he chopping on the blades in the public Lutello. Got no partner named Lamont, about to pull a big stunt. Twinkies on his Rolls Royce, cause that boy ain't no punk. It's Big Floyd, and you know I like to smoke skunk. If I see the hating laws, I'ma still pop trunk. So keep your mind on your money, money on your mind. What's the deal on the grind? Go on, let the top down, it's in your face. Tried to give me the case, but I was at the screw house, breaking off with the grace all the time. Sipping syrup with wine, 10 nigga holding their mind. And it's going down, they gon' work, and they gon' bring it back. I'm talking about paper sex, as I keep back smoke a bat of the weed. Big Floyd gon' succeed, as I tip real slow in my B-E-N-Z, and it's red. Said she's in my bed, got a 6-foot stallion and she's giving me head. I'm chopping nicks, better get my respect. 20-inch chrome blades on my partner new licks. I'm jumping straight to the stretch, motherfucking limo. And it's time to get the goddamn airport. Time to reach new heights. We're gonna fly at night. Gon' peel off the seal on the goddamn pint. Me and the Dow. Yeah, you say he's the man. We gon' fuck some pretty hoes over there in Japan and back door. We sip the syrup from Utopia, we done stop. Now we in Ethiopia, let them hit the drink. Let them smoke the dank. Put some food in their stomach for the smallest one faint. And we keep a full tank when we rollin'. Cause it's on the tray, one deep and I'm strolling. You know what I'm saying? Zuda. Go on, put it in their place, Floyd. Let them know what's the deal, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. Nigga got skills. Screw on the table. Everybody in here is going down. Rolling, smoking. Late night, something for your trunk, roll off, blowing big, jamming screws, slow down, knocking, gas tanking, everything, bells rattling, bumper, know what I'm saying, music going off, TVs falling, south side, everything real out here, watch me do my thing, know what I'm saying, watch the diamonds in my ring shine. Lil' Enjo, where you at, baby? You know the poor boy, know what I'm saying? Let me get you guests, man. Real. Tim and Mark, Benny Combs, know what I'm saying? Smoking Doja, eyes red. Know we stay low key. Paul, you already know what me and you stand. It's all about paper, know what I'm saying? Breaking down packs, bricks, know what I'm saying? Big face, steady counting up, know what I'm saying? Floyd, dying from day one, know what I'm saying? G, go on, do your thing, baby. Blow up, know what I'm saying? Minor setback, know what I'm saying? Still going on, know what I'm saying? Like this here though, I'ma leave on this here note on boys, bro. Know what I'm saying? Give me a second, man. Zoot out. Zoot out. Can I do it one more time, baby? One more time for their mind, Zoo. Dylan and Floyd. We on board. Jumping up the tree, OD. Riding with that Iggy. Out for the Skrilla. Young Dilla, you turn a willer. Nigga, off wing feet. Red or